EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paycor Stadium in the Queen City of Cincinnati. Today, no waiting around. We jump right into an AFC North battle in Week 1 between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away, and we are underway from Cincinnati. McKenzie now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here's Burrow to throw right away. Escaping the pressure right. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. On the move past the 40. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another big play here as they strike for 31.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on 2nd and long, but now you still have to deal with 3rd and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, that maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. Mixon is into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Play action. It's Jackson. That ball caught. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble, and the Bengals grab it. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Always costly to cough up that. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Going to look deep for Wilson. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 50 yards. And the Ravens are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
57 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he is going to lose yardage here. 14-yard line, 2nd and 11. Here's Burrow. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Amari Cooper with career touchdown number 75. And the Bengals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They go play action now. Jackson. Boy, what a catch by Andrews. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Jackson to Andrews on that one. 1st down, Baltimore. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Throws right side, and that's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Johnson on the counter. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Now it's Jackson on the move to his left. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there. 29 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From the 6. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
guy, what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very solid gain of 27.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31.
11 MT.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend as they have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
And this one is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Bengals grab it. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. He was trying to do anything he could to get that final little bit for the 1st down. Instead, he lost the ball.
Yeah, and he was short of the 1st down, but not by much. Trying his best, as you noted, to get there. Sometimes that extra effort can cost you.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. This to the sideline and nearly intercepted. Oh, he had that in his grasp. Couldn't get it. Instead, it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, the best don't mind making tough throws, but that was a real difficult one right there. Out of the pocket, trying to beat double coverage. More times than not, that's going to end up as an incomplete pass, if not worse.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Now, this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. To Mixon on the check down. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. First down. Here's Burrow. Flushed out right. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Burrow will throw. Flush to his right. Throw left side complete. That's McKenzie. And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line. 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Bengals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. And McPherson on for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units in there. Kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Now it's Jackson. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. And that was one I kind of saw it coming, Charles. You had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting. And he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They go play action with Burrow. Rolling to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. A line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Rolling to his right. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bengals are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They look up at the scoreboard, facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. But that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Burrow. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Jamar Chase, 36 yards. And the Bengals take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Well, Charles, no matter what the prognosticators say before the season, whether they think you're going to be good, bad, or somewhere in the middle, you never quite know how week 1 is going to play out. But for them, it has been an impressive performance, and they are well on their way to a 1-0 start.
Yeah, it's a lot like opening up presents, isn't it, partner? You're not quite sure what's inside, but you're hopeful, right? In this case, exactly what they were looking for, exactly what they need.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now this throw caught left side, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Play action. Now Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Again, Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. On 3rd down, Jackson looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And got his man complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Ravens are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intersected. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From the 6. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
On 2nd and 9, Burrow. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
11.
Burrow looking to pass. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Ravens get a bit closer. They'll look to throw. Out to his left. And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price.
That's caught inside the 20, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Got a man here, it's Wilson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And 26 big yards on that one. It's another 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. They're losing here in the third quarter, maybe trying to get the ball outside, bust a big play. Obviously didn't work there.
And while it didn't work, I really can't fault them for trying it. You and I have talked to the offensive coordinator, and we knew that was a place they wanted to try and go. And sometimes you just have to stick with it because 2-yard gains turn into 20-yard gains as the game goes along.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
They're going on fourth down. It's Jackson. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Ravens are able to cut into that deficit. Wow, talk about a big fourth down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Mixing up the middle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Once again, they run with Mixon.
And he's got a Bengals first down. His good running gets him to about the 44.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Oh, leaping, and he makes the grab.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
From the gun to give to Mixon. Gets past one man.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 110 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. Atkins, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5. That's a whale of a game. On 3rd down, Burrow. Stiff-armed him. Touchdown! Jamar Chase with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Bengals are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. So this looking more and more like it is going to be a successful kickoff to their campaign as they add on here.
And partner, you know NFL coaches, they're on the sideline thinking about all the little things that need correcting. But for the most part, they've got to be ecstatic with the way this season has started out.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. A break there for this offense as they will get a chance to start at the 40-yard line. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Now Jackson on 1st down. And he almost had his 2nd pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Screenplay, Johnson. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
They go play action with Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Anthony Averett picks it. And the Bengals will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation points, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Play action. It's Burrow. He finds his man complete. It's Mullins. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st. Now they go play action now. Burrow. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Odafe Owe showing off the pass rush skills.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. Oh, he shifts past him. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 123 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Roquan Smith drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Up the middle they go. Elam, and he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Targeting Cooper, and he's got it coming across the field. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A big play there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Here we go.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. A handoff to Mixon. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
That one looks like he'll throw here. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him.
And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a third time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Here we go. 180. 180. 11 Thomas.
Burrow going for it on fourth. Escaping the pressure. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Bengals are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on fourth and goal. Here's another first and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great effort there, with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Bengals have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. McPherson on for the point after. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee, because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Bengals, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Pittsburgh Steelers come to town. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.